Arizona Theater Company celebrates the new year with a great American classic in August Wilson's stunning Pulitzer-Prize winning play, Fencess.
A vivid, heartfelt exploration of the African-American experience set in the 1950s. The story remains strikingly relevant today. Actors David Allen Anderson and Kim Staunton are here to tell us more. Well, welcome to you both.
Thank you.
And I know neither one of you are from here, so welcome to our beautiful weather.
Loving it. Love it.
I'm really enjoying kind of hearing more about this play, Fencess. I've never heard of it before, so will you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, as you know, August Wilson wrote a 10-play cycle chronicling African-American life in America for the 20th century. And Fencess is set in the 50s, and it centers on Troy Maxson, who is a garbage man with a wife, a house, kids, and struggling to make the transition from the early era with which he grew up to the new one. And bitter because he missed out on an opportunity to play baseball when he was a really great baseball player. Yeah. So you see him trying to negotiate these things, you know, the struggle of his life growing up, trying to learn how to deal with raising a son without having the proper knowledge to do it. And you get to experience him in his backyard with his family, dealing with things that we as Americans always deal with: legacy, family, trust, things like that. And it's a beautiful story, a beautiful exploration of people in a small section of life, but yet in the world in which they live, they're titans.
Yeah.
You know, they're very strong and powerful people. And she plays Rose.
Oh, yes.
My darling wife.
Loving, devoted wife.
Yeah.
But I was also going to add that Troy's a part of that pre-Jackie Robinson era. Mm-hmm. So racism was an issue, and a lot of his dreams were blunted by racism, mm-hmm. and just deferred dreams. So I think being stuck in that energy or the frustration from that has an effect on the journey we take in the mm-hmm. play and mm-hmm. the relationships he has in the play as well. I mean, they're all affected by that being stuck, you know, mm-hmm. if you will.
And I know you said this is set back in the 1950s, but how does this storyline still very hit home for today?
Well, because I don't know, as an African-American man and watching young black men, you know, they're still struggling to find to find dreams, to live dreams, still struggling to find a way to step out and be who they are, find a way to overcome some of the obstacles that we all deal with, and you know, and it's still family, legacy, love, all those things are still very relevant today.
It's a play that speaks to all of humanity, and there's so many themes that everyone, especially a modern audience, could relate mm-hmm. to. Like you said, family, relationships, mm-hmm. infidelity, racism, storytelling as a ritual in that backyard, mm-hmm. Love, redemption. I mean, death. Mm-hmm. the themes go on and on. Yeah. So it's not any one particular culture's play. Yeah. It's all of humanity's play.
So then, as actors and as people, you know, how has this play really kind of touched you? And has it been difficult, any of it, to kind of jump into with some difficult topics?
Well, we were talking about that coming over. How do you let go of Troy? How do you do that?
Well, we were talking about how, you know, because he is bitter, he's angry. And it's tough to walk off stage and leave that. Yeah. But there's the other side of him. There's the storyteller, the one that they love, mm-hmm. the person that makes her tolerate him. And I walk off stage and I try to hold on to that part. But both sides are parts that I understand. I've dealt with racism. I've been an angry black man, sometimes still am. You know, so I understand those things. You know, I still live those things. And they still speak very loudly in our culture today. So it's not difficult to be able to embrace those things and be able to show them on stage.
And I know we were talking about, you know, this is, somebody will be touched by some storyline in here.
Absolutely.
So what do you guys really hope somebody will take away from this?
A sense of how to heal and how to forgive. I think those are the two factors, without giving too much away. Yes. Mm-hmm. By the end of the play, there is a sense of that. Mm-hmm. Because even though we struggle with all of those things David Allen just mm-hmm. spoke about, there is a sense of lifting him up as a hero by the end of that play, I think, for Rose at least.
In spite of his flaws.
In spite of his flaws.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I know we're just about out of time, but real quick, I wanted to make sure we give the director a shout out because he's really kind of the perfect one to be directing this amazing production.
Oh, Lou
And
Bellamy.
he is an amazing director.
yeah.
His name is Lou Bellamy, but
Right.
David Allen can probably
Yeah.
speak.
He's a founding director of Penumbra Theater Company, which is probably America's premier black theater company in St. Paul, Minnesota. I've known him for 26 years. He's been a mentor of mine, and we've done some fascinating things together over the years. So he's a great guy.
Wonderful.
Great guy.
Just speaking with you both here, I feel like I could just listen to you talk forever. You guys have such passion for this film and such a passion for your craft. I want to thank you both so much for coming here today.
Thank
for
you
having
very
us.
much for having
Absolutely.
us.
And you all are invited to watch Fences at the Temple Music and Art now through February 6th at 8 p.m. For tickets and more information, call 622-2823 or visit arizonatheater.org.